Hello, everybody. Welcome to a Thursday show of Rick's Tech Pub. Let's see if I can successfully shut things off without killing everything. Maybe not. There we go. Hello. How you guys doing today? Um, I gotta cut this live stream short today to about like 20 after because I got kind of stopped in the middle of my projects here to do a live stream, and I got people coming over, so. Hmm. Hello, Ken. Yeah, I gotta cut the live stream short today. I guess it's just, well, I'm trying not to do much. It's ending up being a busy day. Um, Actually, I was already out bike riding today. I had to go somewhere and pick something up, and Ken, you've got me into the cleaning, organizing mood because I've been kind of sitting around here all for the last couple of hours cleaning this desk, moving this from that side, from that down here, and this over here, that over there. Like, and I can never make up my mind where I want things, so I just keep moving it around. It's like it keeps doing that counterclockwise, counterclockwise circle of where I'm putting things, and I don't know. I've had that webcam on the left side about 4 or 5 times on the top shelf, middle shelf. Then I've had sitting in the top of the movies, and then against the tablet, against the books. I didn't like it there, so I moved it back up over here. I'm still not happy with it over there, so I think it's going to go back on the left side. Sit over there. Um, yeah, I'm trying to. I don't know what I'm trying to do, really. Trying to fill in dead space, but yet try to make it look good at the same time. Trying to make it look like it's being used and things are going on, but I don't really want it a mess. I guess you'd call it a cluttered mess. Organized mess? Yeah, there we go. But knowing me, it's gonna get out of control. I'm gonna have crap everywhere. I won't be able to find a pencil that's sitting right in front of me because it's buried. I won't get that bad, but we'll get close. It'll be a scattered mess every once in a while, especially if I go looking for something. Yeah, if I go looking for something, I know it's here. I'll pull everything out and it'll just sit right here in front of the monitor, and I'll have a heaping pile of junk and everything right in front of me, and I'll say one by one, I'll start putting things away, and then eventually I'll find it. Maybe, because I've done that once or twice already, and I still didn't find what I was looking for. So that was kind of a waste of time. But it kind of gives me the chance to remember what I've got up there in the glass part of it. I mean, behind the glass doors. Up here, I got all my other stuff up there. It's kind of somewhat organized up there now, but it's still, yeah, I still need to organize it a little bit better because it's just a cluttered mess, and I don't like it like that. Everybody else looks up there and they look in there and said, "What mess? This looks fine." It's like, no, it's not. It's not the way I want it. It's like, you're being picky. Yes, I am. I won't go overboard with it. I'm just gonna try to put a few things away and tidy it up so that when I open that door, things don't come falling out like they used to be. I just used to throw everything up there, everything I had, I kept this area blank. There was nothing on this forest on this lower level of the desk. I just threw everything up there. Pretty soon the door wasn't closing. Then when I opened the door, quite a few things fell out, and that's when I said, "Okay, I got to do something." That's not gonna work. And I'm still entertaining the idea of just saying screw it, getting a whole different desk. I don't know if it's going to be a hutch desk next time or if it's going to be. See, I want to keep this desk. I just want to hack the top part of it off. So I'm going to have one monitor, two monitor, three monitors. This one I think is technically longer than the table in the bedroom. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do yet. But I don't want all the dead space up here. See, that's all it's going to be is just dead space up there. So this hutch kind of fills in a lot of areas, so I just don't look at a white wall. That's kind of why I got the hutch desks, to kind of hide what's behind me. But I mean, the shelving is nice. I get places for everything, but at the same time, if I have so many shelves, I got one and two and a three and four, 5, 6, 9, 8 shelves. It's a catch-all. So I really don't need the upper part of this desk. However, and I keep rewinding right back to the beginning. He's like, look where you have everything. Everything has a place. If you get rid of the hutch part of it, where is it all gonna go? Like, I don't know. 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 But for over a year now, like I've told you guys a couple times before, I've been wanting to do something about this. And I just don't know what. I mean, sure, I could take off the top part of the desk and then have something over here for all that stuff and have kind of like a toolbox or something over here or behind me or I don't know. Something. I need shelving behind me because if I take everything out of this top part of this desk, I got to put it somewhere, right? And the shelf, the wire shelf to the right of me is kind of full, so I don't know. I'll figure it out eventually. I just keep reviewing the ideas in my head, and I got a lot of ideas. Well, you know, because I sit here. In fact, I did it today. I was kind of cleaning things, and I looked up and I said, you know what I really could do? You know what I really should do? Is like, nope, nope, forget it. And I go back to doing this down here and putting things away, and I just forget about that because crazy, stupid idea. Stupid idea. So I dropped it immediately. It's like, nope, 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 not gonna, no. We're not doing that. So I just went back to what I was doing. But every once in a while, I just stop and like, I got an idea. You know what? You know what I could? No, no, no. Forget it. Not gonna work. Stupid. And then it's those thoughts are slowly slowing down. I haven't had a crazy thought like that in over a couple of weeks now. I really don't know what to do with it. I was kind of thinking maybe of putting a monitor, a 15-inch monitor on the top left, and maybe one here in the middle. I don't know, but their shelves are supposed to hold things instead of monitors. The thin monitors, 15-inch that you can get on Amazon. Thinking of doing that one there, or maybe just one on the left and the right on the shelf. I don't know. But they'll be touchscreen. Yeah, they'll be touchscreen. One here, but the problem with that is I got the speakers. So the speakers will be behind the monitors. I could move the speakers up the shelf, up to the top shelf, and then have the two monitors right there. Yeah, that would work. I don't know how I'd hook them up to this desktop, really. I don't know how I would do that. I'd have to get some kind of a graphic card, graphics card that can handle 1, 2, 3 monitors. I don't know. So, in the middle of our afternoon here, it is cold and chilly and it's windy and it's just, it looks like it's going to rain. So, this is when I get stuck inside, having to just sit here and think. Hey, John Williams. Hey, Long Dog. Yeah, I can move around. I just can't overdo it, Long Dog. Nobody said I had to sit still like a statue. No, as long as I don't overdo it. Now, I know when I'm overdoing it. Believe me, it still tells me a little bit because it starts hurting. So, no, I won't be in the full swing of things for another possibly full 2 weeks. I still won't be lifting anything really heavy, anything more than 5 pounds. But my trailer to my bike weighs a good 40, 50, closer to 60 pounds. So I gotta find a unique way of being able to move that, pull it down up. It's leaning up against the wall, so I gotta kind of pull it up away from the wall, turn it around, and set it down so it's on the wheels. And put the front of the trailer on the ground, and then hook the hitch trailer thing up to it, trailer hitch. But I'm not ready for that yet because I know that trailer's heavy. I'm not. I'm not gonna. I see. That's what I. I know I can't do that yet. I'm not going to. I know that trailer's heavy. The one I pull behind my bike. No, I'm not ready to move that one yet. Yeah, I know. I've been through it once already. And yeah, it's not fun. The problem with me is I'm a hard person to keep down. Someone says you're in bed for 2 days. Like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'll get out of bed. You just watch. You're not supposed to be doing anything. Yeah, I know. That's what the doctor said. But I think if I'm careful, I think I'll do okay. Most of the time when I had a bad cold or something and I have just a massive headache, and I try to sit here at my desk and just try to focus on anything, it was impossible. That's also when I had COVID. Same thing. The first time I had it, the very, very first time I had it. Oh my God, my headache was so bad. But I still try to keep in a normal pattern of trying to keep things going here, at home as far as my business and other things were concerned. I try to keep things going, and I tried doing phone calls, and that wasn't work. Just the person talking in my ear was just, uh. So yeah, I don't. I'm pretty close to the doctors doing what they want me to do, but not exactly. Yeah, I'm not going from here all the way to Northeast Brainerd. I know I can't do that. That's like little over 3 miles. Uh, I know I can't do that. I know I would not make it back without being in such graving pain that I'd take out my phone and call for an ambulance. At the side of the road. Because the pain, when it gets so bad, I'd be doubling over pain, holding my gut, trying to breathe. I would just take out my phone to 911 and try to tell them where I'm at. Then once I get to the hospital, they're gonna look at me. Said, "Mr. Likes, what were you doing?" Like, nothing. I'm perfectly fine. Ouch. Yeah, I know when not to. I know when not to overdo it. So don't worry about it, lawn dog. I'm fine. I know how to do this. I've done it before. But the doctor also said he's going to put that patch in so that this has a much harder chance of coming back. Doesn't mean it won't, but it's going to be a lot harder for that hernia to come back. Let's see, what time is it here? Okay, got probably about 5 more minutes here. So I'm going to text them and tell them to get their butts up here. So, yeah, I've got, oh, yeah, then back over here, I've got all this mess underneath that desk to deal with, and I don't know what to do about that either. I suppose I just gotta pull everything out of there. And it's not just the computers down there. That's also been down there underneath that desk where the server and the 3 other computer cases. That's been a catch-all. I've been just kind of throwing everything behind it. But I really should clean behind there one of these days. I mean, there's few of my bungee cords are back there. My these things. Yeah, I got a few more ratchet straps over there somewhere. Um, I've just kind of been throwing everything under the desk because right now I don't need it, out of sight, out of mind. Except I looked under there last night. It's like, oh my god. Oh boy, I gotta go through all that, kind of sort it out and clean it. And then let's see, what am I doing as far as computers? Um, Someone tomorrow, probably tonight's coming over here. They got a laptop, and then I got a tablet from Verizon. I think that they're paying for a month or something. I don't know. But I gotta set up her tablet, set up his laptop. That's something I can do sitting here. So I'll just that's why I was digging for that other mouse. Now I need to go find it again. 'Cause I need to use it for his laptop. And that's why I also got out this card reader, because I got a card reader thing project for the guy here in a couple of days. He's got about 6 or 7 of them, and he wants to see the data on them. And I said, "Yeah, you're lucky I have a card reader." So I'll use this for his SD cards. I think he's got like 15 of them. I'm gonna go through each one of them, and whatever he doesn't want, we'll delete and kind of organize things, make things a little bit more organized, and then probably copy it over to I'll let him borrow this 500 gig solid state drive, the square one, the 2.5 inch. I'll let him borrow this. I'll just put everything, all of his documents, pictures, or whatever he has on those SD cards. I'll put it all on here, and I'll tell him to take it home, transfer it to his computer, then bring this back. I usually don't have problems with people doing that. When I tell them to bring it back, they bring it back. It's one thing that some people around here are honest about, and I just wouldn't hand it off to anybody. I know that guy's, he's some teacher at the school. He's well known in the communities. His dad's a business owner, so I can trust him. I don't see any reason why he would do anything stupid. Ouch. It's the only thing I can't do is the twisting. When I twist like this and I lean over and I'm twisted at the same, I can't quite do that yet. That's when it kind of hurts. Okay, long dog, I gotta catch up with you. Yes, I know, long dog. I'm using my stomach muscles, but I'll be fine. Yeah, I see. I know when I'm overdoing it because the pain acts up if I start moving around too much. So I know when to call it quits. When I did this morning, when I was doing all this stuff around here this morning, the my guts down here in the incision area, it started hurting like I was starting to pull on the stitches. I just stopped for a half hour to let everything kind of relax and kind of go back to where it was. And then I just kind of came back out and sat down here, and I've been kind of here ever since. Just kind of going from here to there, and then I stand up every once in a while to get in here. But yeah, it tells me when to quit, and I sit down for a while or I go lay down. Oh, you think I can straighten out YouTube in a minute? Yeah, right. I'd be no better than Cannon trying to keep a polite attitude with him if I had that kind of problem. I'd be wanting to throw every word that I could think of at him, and I know they wouldn't like that. So, 'cause I'd tell them exactly how I think. It's like, you know what I think of this stupid little problem that I'm having? You and your stupid little blank, 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 and then they would disconnect from me. I'm having all these effing problems because your effing machine won't effing work right, and you stupid little idiot can't even tell me how to fix it. I'd go off on them, and they would just say, "Okay, good sir, goodbye, sir." Yeah, that's what I thought. Hang up on me. Yeah, I'd be no better than Ken on that. I have a serious problem sometimes holding back my tongue, and I've gotten in trouble for it. It's when I start chewing somebody out. Yeah, I shouldn't do that. And most of the time, I don't. I'm subconscious of it, so I'm careful of the words I pick, trying to be polite, but at the same time, I'm just wanting to verbally rip them apart and just tell them how I feel about it. But a lot of times it's not their fault. They're just a guy behind the desk taking down your complaint. It's the YouTube company themselves that we got to take care of it, and that small little guy at that desk is getting all your heat for something the guys behind him are doing. So I can see both ways. I can see it both ways. I can see how it can be, kind of confusing. But when you're pissed off like that, you don't think about that. You just tear into somebody, not thinking that maybe they're just the guy behind the desk taking the complaint. But I don't know. Like people say, YouTube's confusing. We don't know how it works all that well. So, and I'm just throwing little pebbles at what I know of YouTube because I know nothing about it. Absolutely nothing. I know how to watch videos. I know how to make videos. I know how to do some things, but the nitty gritty of YouTube, I couldn't tell you what it does, nor do I really care. Some people I just, there's a guy that does YouTube here, and every once in a while he comes over, and that's all he talks about is this YouTube stuff. He's looking at his analytics. He looks at this, he looks at that, and he's behind me, and I'm usually sitting off usually over here, just sitting here, looking at it, talking to him. I'm just listening because he doesn't give you a chance for a word edgewise. And he just talks for a half hour, 35 minutes, and he looks at his phone and he says, "Well, gee, I gotta go. I got things I gotta do." I say, "Yeah, okay, see you." Yeah, he's another one. He's got a whole bunch of ideas for his YouTube or what YouTube could do better and what he'd like to see him do, and that's what he likes. Yeah, that's what he likes to talk about a lot. Is what he'd like to see YouTube do. And he says, Rick, what YouTube really should start doing? He's like, "No, Tony, what should they start doing?" Some of the stuff I've heard 30 times over, so that's just him. He's just another guy that gets bored and wants to come down and talk to somebody, but I just listen. I don't. I have nothing to contribute to what he says. I mean, he's not really being nasty towards YouTube. He said they could spice it up a little bit if they would do this or do that, or yeah, they could, but they're not going to. And he said, yeah, he knows, but he just means, well, he just wishes YouTube would do a few things differently. And he said, don't we all? Oh, text him real quick, see what he's gonna do here. I seriously need to get a new phone. This one is really starting to. Well, it's not showing its age because it's not that old. It's just been dropped so many goddamn times. It's got a cracked screen. It's been stepped on, pounded on, wailed on. Fell off a bike at 15 miles an hour. It's gone through hell and back. And it's still working, it's just not really working right. Let's see, what was I gonna do? Okay. There he is. You coming? Question mark. I hear from him because I got my phone on silent, but he'll text me. Say he's probably gonna say on his way, be there in a couple of minutes. One couple of minutes. Wait a minute. Let me get off my live stream first. I think he's down at Dennis's on, or up at Dennis's on 9th floor. I think that's where he's down. I think he said he was gonna stop up there first. Then he was gonna drop down here for a little bit and see if I needed any assistance or whatever, and he'll sit and talk here for a couple of hours, and then I don't know if I'm gonna go to Jackie's or not. I was thinking about it, but it's 50 some degrees outside. It's cold and windy, and I really don't feel like going anywhere. So I know I might put that off till tomorrow. Might. I've got a doctor's appointment with my one of my doctors tomorrow. I think that's at 1 o'clock. So I got my mom gonna be here at 12:30. Even though she can't hear shit, she still wants to hear what the doctor says. I find that so flippin' humorous. She can't hear worth a damn, but she still says, "Well, I don't want to hear what the doctor says." Why? You can't hear him anyhow. Well, I know, but still. I can't make sense of that, but okay. Come on, Tony. What might get back to me? I don't want to know if I need to end this live stream because you're on your way down or what. Let's do it this way. Where you at? That'll get his attention. Once his phone starts dinging enough, he'll pick it up and start reading it. Just takes me a few times. But it's looking like it's gonna rain here. I'm not liking that idea too much. That's the other reason why I was thinking about going to Jackie and Brett's, but not only is it cold, it looks like we could get showers, so. And knowing better, like I'll get over there dry, but come home in the rain. Either way, I don't like it, so I think I'll stay home today. Yeah, it's just looking like it's gonna rain. Alright, guys, gonna give a look at chat, and then I think I'm gonna have to let you go, because. Okay, yep, there he is. On way down in a few minutes. Okay. Okay, guys, I gotta let you go. He's on his way down in a few minutes. I think he was just using speech to text because he's on his way down here, so. I want to thank John, Ken, Charlie, Long Dog, John, everybody that's here. I want to thank you all for being here. It's, again, been fun. Another news segment that I'm going to kind of throw into the mix is Burger of the Day. If any of you went out to lunch and you had a burger, you can tell us about it. Or if you went to lunch at a good, decent restaurant or someplace like, I don't know, wherever you go eat lunch out sometimes, and tell us what you had. Like a good burger or whatever, good steak or whatever. I don't know. I'll think about starting that later, but I don't know. And then in the meantime, I can't talk. Leaving in a few minutes. Yeah, okay. So I don't know if I'll be on Zoom tonight. Depends on how things go. If I do decide to go somewhere, give Jackie a call and give Brett a call and say, "You guys doing anything?" I'll stop over for like an hour or so. And I say an hour or so, and then I end up being over there for 4 hours, and it's 11:45. I look at my phone. It's like, oh shit, I gotta get. Well, yeah, I missed those guys tonight, but I don't know if I'm going anywhere tonight. I don't know, but in the meantime, I don't know. See, here's the other. Ouch! I don't know if I have a live stream tomorrow or not because, well, if I do, I'll be cutting it close. My appointment's at 1 o'clock. Yeah, if I can get back in time, give or take 5 minutes after 5 or 10 minutes after 2 o'clock. If it's like 15 or 20 minutes after 2 o'clock, no, I'm not gonna do it. But if I happen to walk in the door like at 3 after, and I'll get up, I'll get set up real quick, and we'll still have a live stream. So I don't know, because then if I schedule a live stream and I'm not here, the damn live stream's gonna start without me. Um, I don't know. I'll have to think how to do that. If I come home like at 10 after 2 or something, I don't know. So, but what I do know is I need to skedaddle out of here, get upstairs, and then well, there he's coming down here. I think, yeah, he's coming down here. But I was thinking of maybe going up there, but I think we'll stay down here today. So in the meantime, hope you all have a good day. Um, hope your weather is a little bit better than ours. We're just a little bit chilly here, and windy and overcast, and yeah, I think fall's getting here a little bit early. All right, guys. Until next time. Catch you all later. Bye for now.